Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of my Cedar Point Recreation Park. In the last episode, we worked on some more of the flat rides over on the Lakeside Midway. And today we're going to stick around in that area a little bit, tweak some of those rides that we built earlier, finish up some of the things that are missing, and going to do a little preview of one of the upcoming stages. I was feeling creative today and decided to do a little bit of scenery work. First of all, though, I would like to give a shout out to everyone who has been commenting so far. I got a couple of comments both on YouTube and on Discord with some tips on how to fix the Junior Railroad that I mentioned last episode. Definitely would prefer to have multiple people telling me the same thing rather than no one telling me at all. So again, if you have tips, tricks, things that I missed, definitely let me know. Keep those coming. I really do appreciate hearing your feedback. But anyway, did fix up that little railroad to get the crossover working correctly without an S-bend, so that was pretty nice. I also decided to redo the Troika and Tiki Twirl flat rides we made last episode, the two flat rides by the giant wheel. I thought that it looked a little bit weird having them right on the ground level. It makes sense for the rides in Kitty Kingdom to be very flat on the ground, but for these, they're a little bit bigger, and if you look at photos of them, they're a little bit elevated, so I decided to redo them, shift it up a little bit. I think this looks a little bit better, adds a little bit more variance to the ride elevation, so adds a little bit more interest to the eye when you're looking at this part of the park. Next up, I decided to throw down a build for maXair. I spent a bit of time thinking about what I wanted to do for this ride and ultimately decided to just keep it closed for now. I'd rather have a build that is visible but not functional rather than nothing there, or something that looks super weird. Also would like to give another shout out to Borke and Kazulius for their Raptor Recreation Park. I'm taking a little bit more inspiration from their park for what we're doing in my build today. Their maXair is also closed, it's just a roto-drop that's sitting there. Because you could do a swinging ship style ride like we did with Ocean Motion, but you can't make the arm move and it's going to look real awkward. So I decided that that would probably just be the best for now, so we're going to keep it looking like this until I can come up with a better solution, or maybe I will never come up with a better solution and it'll be closed forever, and that's fine too. It still looks pretty good as just a closed roto-drop, so I'm not going to be too upset about that. Finally today, decided to work on a little bit of scenery. There's a little bit of a preview for Stage 5, which is going to be all of the ride stations. Since putting together the maXair area got me a little bit inspired, I was feeling a little bit creative, and I wanted to throw down some buildings to make this area pop a little bit more. We've been spending a lot of time over here lately, and I felt it deserved it, so most of the effort I put in today was for the Wicked Twister station. As you probably know, Wicked Twister has been since torn down, but my build, I'm going to keep it in there today because I really like the way it looks, especially when you get the supports and station and everything in there. One thing that is a little bit concerning is that when I was putting the queue together is I realized how little space there actually is for some of the queuing and pathing, since the queues are a whole tile wide, and in reality they really should be like half a tile wide to match the scale better. So we're going to need to get creative with the way we place queues going forward. Fortunately, since Wicked Twister is on the beach, we have a little bit of extra space to branch outward if we need to, but we're not going to be so lucky when it comes to other rides. So hopefully things won't be a problem going forward, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, that is going to wrap up for today. Things are looking pretty nice. As I mentioned in an earlier episode, these kinds of buildings are definitely not my forte. And I can usually be kind of indecisive and slow when it comes to building things like this, trying to get them to look nice. I have a tendency to build something, then decide it looks terrible, and tear it down and rebuild it until I am satisfied, or I run out of time, either way. So we very well could see me come back here and tweak this area some more. Obviously there's a lot left to do still. I didn't add proxy paths for most of the rides over here yet, and there's still a lot of buildings missing, things like that. We're obviously not anywhere close to being done, but I did want to give a little taste of what I wanted to do for these stations and some of the infrastructure for the rides. Things are looking pretty good. Not perfect, not even close, but for me and for my standards, I'm pretty happy so far. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. Hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, if you've got comments, questions, suggestions, please let me know in the comments. I love reading your feedback. I don't have quite enough narration today to fill out the rest of the video, so enjoy some quiet time-lapse footage. Thanks for watching.